Hi. Today we'll be reaching across time to send a Pokemon from Silver to Emerald with the program Transporter GB. This program was made by the folks at Years of Progress. The program and the video about it will be linked in the description. In 2025, my friend Owen and I did an incredible challenge where we beat every game on this screen by doing some kind of Nuzlocke or Soullock method all in the same year. We played both halves of Crystal Legacy separately and ended our challenge by beating Red just about before Christmas. Crystal Legacy was exceptionally special to me because I finished with 3 shinies. I got a Smoochum from the Odd Egg, I got a random Zubat in the Union Cave, and then I hatched myself a shiny Horsey, and I worked very hard at it. You see, Kingdra is my favorite Gen 2 Pokemon, but I didn't get one as a regular encounter. So, I abused the Shiny Claws and a Gen 2 Shiny Ditto glitch and abused the breeding mechanics to get myself a Shiny Horsey and about 160 eggs. You may be wondering how I'm going to do this. Well, I do have a copy of Pokemon Crystal and this nifty gadget called a GB operator. But Azo, you ask, didn't you say Silver? Why yes, my little friend. The reason is, though I have successfully put my Crystal Legacy save on my Crystal cartridge, when I try to trade with real hardware, it crashes. So, what I'm going to do is open up Crystal Legacy in mGBA, open up a new multiplayer window, and put Pokemon Silver in the second player slot. Playing both of these at the same time, and trade with myself between Crystal Legacy and Silver. Yes, you can do that. There goes my Kingdra trading for my Pidgey in Silver. I really just started a Silver game and saved it, caught like 3 junk Pokemon just so I could do this. Now that I have everybody in Crystal, I'm going to attempt to clone them in case something goes wrong in the transfer process. I hope I can get this right. You have to, like, as soon as you say yes here, you have to reset. So I'll hit, like, Control R. Hopefully that didn't corrupt anything. So, are they in my party? They are in my party. Are they in the box? Withdraw. Yes, they are. Okay, so I did clone them. Alright, there's a copy of all 3 of them in the box. So, we're going to use GB Operator to upload the save file that we just played with to my official copy of Pokemon Silver. Hopefully the battery inside of it is not dead. Okay, Silver is in the Game Boy Color. Let's turn it on and see what happens. Oh man, I gotta replace the battery. Okay, so you're about to see me do pretty much the most boring stuff you've ever seen. A while ago, because I figured I'd have to do this someday, because I've had to do it before. I've done it with my Crystal copy. I bought the special screwdriver that's specifically to get the screws off of the back of a Game Boy cartridge. I bought the special batteries. They're called CR2025, which have nothing to do with the year, by the way. It's just what they're called. And I bought electrical tape because I don't remember how I did it last time, but electrical tape is pretty much the only way that this was going to work the way I was doing it. So, you see the battery in the Game Boy cartridge. That's, of course, what keeps the clock going and keeps the save memory alive. So when the battery's dead, it has no ability to keep your save data. So that frustrated me a lot. When I was like 16, I was trying to buy... I kept buying and returning Pokemon Silver copies over and over. Back then, they were like $20, $30. That seems unimaginable now. So yeah, I've definitely done this once with Crystal, but you gotta get a little flathead screwdriver and pry it off the teeth like that. You're not really supposed to do this. I'll say don't try this because you could break the prongs or the teeth, you see what I'm prying it off of? You could break that off and you'd ruin the cart completely. And now that these are so expensive, you know, I haven't looked lately, but I don't think Game Boy cartridges are going as crazy as maybe GBA ones or DS ones, but God, I can't believe now, looking back, I'm thinking about it, I can't believe I was taking a risk with something so expensive. Oh, yep, that probably made a lot of you die on the inside. It's fine. I didn't break any of the teeth, because, again, I've done this once, and I was pretty confident, and confidence is half the battle. That was a thumbs up. That's what that was. So I straighten out the teeth a bit in a second. I actually get the bright idea to... Yeah, I guess this is my first attempt to try to tape the battery correctly. Oh, I'm trying to rip off the tape because I'm an idiot. And I have 2 pairs of scissors that I was not using. But I do stop the footage and go get some. So I should be back with scissors. And I might have... Yeah, I wrapped my thumb in electrical tape because I didn't have anything not wet and not dusty to hold the darn thing. So I thought it would be a good idea to hold it down with my thumb covered in electrical tape. Because, of course, I'm nervous about touching the circuit board with unnecessarily greasy fingers. And it was kind of hot today, so it was a little warm. And I was getting a little frustrated about all of this. I think this is my first attempt to tape the correct side to the bottom. I don't remember which side is the correct. It's positive and negative. Oh, look, I got the blue dye on my fingers. That I had to make sure it wasn't poison. It's just the blue dye to tell you that it's been exposed to moisture. So I wrapped all 4 of my fingers that I was touching it with in electrical tape. I look like an idiot. And then you can see I'm still trying to touch it with the non-covered fingers. It's brilliant on my... It's like having Band-Aids on your fingers. You just... Anyway, you can see I got pretty tired of the bottom one not really sticking. So I just got a good piece of tape with the top one. And I tried to smush it down there real good and make it stick and stay so it doesn't rattle around inside of the cartridge, because that would suck. So you want it to be still, and you want it to be touching the teeth as much as possible, like full contact. Because I think normally it's like glued to it, but I didn't have any. I don't know if there's such. I don't know how they stuck it to there. I don't know if there's glue that's conductive or if glue is conductive. I don't think so, but here we go. And I put it back on there. It's not loose. Oh yeah, and gonna have to put the screw back in there, which was a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be. By the way, if you don't have that special screwdriver, if you only want to do this once, I have done a trick. You melt the end of a mechanical pencil, the plastic, and you press it into the screw, and you hold it there until it gets hard, and it forms to the shape of the screw head, and you can twist it off. It pretty much only works once, because the plastic will wear out. But yeah, in case of emergency, that's how I did it the first time. I did not have that screwdriver. I thought that was cool. And here's, I don't know why I check it, because I think if I messed up, the game would still run, but the battery wouldn't do anything. So, success.
Okay, moment of truth. See if I did it well. I re-uploaded the save. Oh yeah. Ta-da! There we go.
Okay, now that silver works, I'm going to put my Poke Transporter GB on my flash card called the Easy Flash Omega Definitive Edition. In the tutorial I'm following by this YouTuber, Skull, I think, he uses a regular Easy Flash Omega, and so if you want to repeat what I'm doing, you don't have to splurge on this $80 version. I think the Easy Flash Omega is like 50 or 60 bucks. And here we move that Poke Transporter GB. Alright, this is kind of the moment of truth, but to be honest, I don't actually expect this to work first try. Because I read there may be some differences between using this on each of the Omegas. Start it. Was made out of love, blah blah blah. Gears of War, or Gears of Progress. Press the start button. Yes. So, in the video, I have to pull this out real quick. Oh, jeez. I'm scared. I have to put down my phone for this. Okay, the flash cart is out. Emerald is in. Oh my god, that worked. The background turned green so it knows it's Emerald. Wow. So I wonder if this will wow. Yada yada yada. There's a Pokemon read dreams real. This is pretty cool. I mean, I just can't believe the flash card is not in anymore, and we're still running this. We're 250 Pokemon. Yeah. I just watched the video that I'll link in the description about this. I do have backups. Thank you, Fennel. Transfer Pokemon. You need to enable the mystery gift. Head to the Pokemon and fill out the questionnaires linked together. Oh, okay. Head to the nearest Pokemon and fill out the questionnaire as follows. Link together with all. After that, you should be all set. See you soon. Okay, let me do that. Okay, I did what we said, and we're back. Hi, trainer. Before we begin, I need to ask you a few questions. Like what? What language is the Game Boy game that you're transferring from? In English. I am transferring from Silver. Perfect. That's all the info I need. Let's get started. On a second Game Boy family system, please load the Game Boy Pokemon game you wish to transfer from. In your Game Boy game, make sure the current box is the one you want to transfer from. Then connect this Game Boy Advance to another Game Boy family system using the Game Boy Link. This is a color cable. That's specific, apparently. Once you're ready, press A on this device to talk to the attendant. Initiate the connection. Oh boy. So now we go to Silver. We talk to this lady. Welcome to the Cable Club. Yes. 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 I might be talking to the wrong lady. Oh, it's disconnected. Let's try it again. Yeah, I think I'm talking to the wrong lady. Whoops. Ugh. I think that was the battle one or something. Yeah, my bad. Yeah. Let's see if this works. Yes, this is the trade one. Yes. Please wait. Before you opening, I'm going to save your game. Oh, it did it again. Hold on. Let me figure this out. I had to do some funky stuff, but I made it work. I even tried to trade with Crystal, but I forgot I put Crystal Legacy on here, so it just it crashed. Apparently there's like a B mode on this Easy Flash Definitive Edition. I'm not sure if that did it, or I just kind of tried doing, like, I started the process on here a little faster, and so I pressed A when this was already waiting to talk to it. But so it was either the B side thing or it was that. I don't know. But it looks like it's working. Okay, that other attempt, first it said I didn't have any eligible Pokemon in Silver. So I took off all their held items because they had gold berries and leftovers. And then I tried it again and it crashed. And I went and talked to Lynette to see if it worked. But I had actually apparently not talked to Lynette at her house. So I was still using someone's PC and I think it crashed for that. But this looks good. Confirm. Oh. So there's the shiny Jinx, the shiny Crobat, and the shiny Kingdra. Confirm. Amazing. Fantastique. Everything went perfectly. Doesn't look like there's anything new for your Dream Decks, but that's okay. I'm going to send these Pokemon to one of my friends that you can pick them up. They live just southeast of the Pokemon Center in Sutopolis. Oh. Thank you for your help. Whenever you want to transfer Pokemon, just let me know. Okay. Well, let's check. They should not be in here anymore. By the way, remember I cloned them. I did trade back the originals to Crystal. They should be in this box, but they're not because they're gone. They've been transferred to the Hoenn region. So I'm going to save that one and come back here. I guess we turn it back on. We'll save that one. We have to go to Sutopolis. Fortunately, I just can fly right there. I hope this is the right house. Oh, I think so. Oh, you must be Seth. I was told you'd be coming. Wow! Oh my god. It's really him. It's the Looker. That is so cool. I mean, I don't even like the Looker, but he shouldn't even be here. Oh, wow. That's why you're here, no? I'll tell her you are ready. Come, allons-y. Of course I have to move the plants. Oh, what's up there? Oh, it's a PC, yeah. That is so amazing. So does that mean they're in, Wow. I think that means they're in the box that I had. And let's make sure. Oh, Lord. This is hard to do with one hand, I gotta admit. And I know the video quality is a little low budget when it's on my phone, but you can tell it's real hardware. This is my Game Boy I customized. Wow. I replaced the shell of an old Game Boy. Wow. And she knows all of her moves. And there's Yogurt. OG trainer is Seth, but different. I cannot believe this. That is so cool. Well, since I'm curious if I can transfer all the way to Pokemon Home, first, I actually also want to test out. I've heard you can use the Definitive Edition Easy Flash Omega that I got. I heard you can use that to migrate from Gen 3 to 4. Even though I could do that, I have a physical Emerald, I could just do that. But I'm really curious if that works. I'm going to try it on that. So first, I've got to back up the save, start, and I'm going to put it in my Emerald. Yeah, this one. Yes, I do. Alright, and then I'll have to put it on my Easy Flash Omega. Well, I have my flash card in, and I put Emerald on there, and I put it in the Nor Flash, and I put it onto the B mode or whatever, and I put my save on the Nor Flash,
And it recognizes that I have Emerald in here. I would like to immigrate from the PAL Park. Oh gosh, I button mashed. My bad. And this is a real Soul Silver, by the way. Let's see. Migrate from Emerald. Yeah. Yes, I understand. Yeah. Please choose 6 Pokemon. What if I only want... Oh, it knows a hidden move. It can't migrate. I really need to delete all my moves then. It made me do 6 Pokemon, but it seems to be working. And that is pretty neat. Wow. Am I really about to go on here and catch him in Gen 4? And again, this is a flashcard. That's where we are at in technology. Wow. Yes, I did come to participate in the catching show. And there she is, ready to go. I caught all of them now. And now we go from 4 to 5 by doing this game that I detest. Oh God, I'm terrible at it. Oh, did I get it? No. He's so fast. He's so fast with it. Okay, I got it. Jesus. And then they just go. Yeah, they cannot not be transferred. Yes, I do. Wow. And now for the part maybe not everybody can do. I don't know what's the state of affairs with Poke Transporter, like the actual one instead of GB. But I've had this since, it came out. And the idea is to transfer these Pokemon to Pokemon Bank. And then bank to home. Yeah. I hope this works. I don't even remember how this goes. I know it should be free, though. At least bank should be free. I remember this taking forever the last time I did it. Yeah. Oh, boy. Okay. Yes, I'd like to move that box. And then I think I could just go into the bank app. Yeah. Please open Pokemon Bank to check the Pokemon in your transport box. Okay. It should be pretty simple. You like my Ruby Sapphire or Oras themed background? I love it, and it plays the music if I had the sound on. Time for Pokemon Bank, the thing that's barely still alive. Oh, I have to. Oh no, I don't. Okay, I thought I was like, I remember there being something funky about this, and maybe I had to put in like a 3DS game. But maybe that's not the case. Okay, she did tell me to kick rocks because I think I've got to connect to an actual Pokemon game. So let me... not the eShop. No, or that. Let me put in Ultra Moon and then try that again. Haha, see, first, I don't know why I have to have a 3DS game put in here, but oh well. Use Pokemon Bank. Actually, can we just move Pokemon to home? Okay, no, I do need to connect to Ultra Moon, move them from the transfer box to something. I don't know. We'll see in a second. So if I go to transport, yeah, I have to go from transport box to here. So like I'm not even interacting with Ultra Moon at all. But I could talk about the Pokemon that you see down there while I move this. That down there is the part of the results of mine and Owen's Nuzlocke that we did for Ultra Moon. Except we did a type lock, so I had all ghost types. Now I know you see like a Butterfree and a Corozma. You know, we had utility Pokemon for things. That's what Butterfree was, I think, for Compound Eyes getting an item. I don't remember what it was. The Swellow, Crustle, and Medicham, those are... Owen reset his save file, but he had 3 shinies from the Ultra Wormholes, and that's what those are. And he just asked me to hold them for him. But yeah, it was a good time. Okay, now we should be able to move things to home. That's the theory. About to send a Pokemon to home. Yes, I know this. Begin. Oh, Lord. What just happened? Yeah, that one. The entire thing. Yes. Done. Move those Pokemon home. Oh, geez. Yeah, take a gander at that giant Switch 2 next to the original 3DS. No, I did not have an advanced plan of Pokemon Home before I started shooting this. I did buy a 30-day pass just to do this for you. Begin move. Yes. Okay, there's some kind of password. I'm ready. Yes, I want to create a moving key. Oh, Lord. www T65E T65A 3DQQ. That sounds like a stock. You know what I mean? And C4VV. C4VV. Okay. Okay. I guess we wait. Oh dear. All boxes as they are? Yes. Oh dear. I can't believe nothing was flagged, you know? I mean, I think the trouble would have been in Pokemon Bank. That was the one with all the safeguards. I would like to maybe put them in Scarlet? Or Violet? I do have both. I was about to say, where are they? Okay. I can't put everybody in here, but I can put Kingdra in here. That was pretty much the one I wanted to show off. Let's just put her in 32. I have a whole box of shinies, but let's just put her in there. Yes, I would like to save my changes. Moment of truth. I gotta go way down to my shiny box 4. I think. Right? Is that where I put her? Yeah, right there. There she is, all the way from Crystal Legacy, a ROM hack. And she sits very proudly here in Pokemon Scarlet, or Violet. I don't know how I keep messing that up. What do I make you... L? Nope, don't do that. That's what I was trying to do. So what? I can walk over here and... There she is. Casey Kelp, champion of the Johto region and beater of red. I guess we can look at her summary. Where does it say she came from? Maybe it doesn't, you know? From the Johto? Oh, because it thinks it came... I guess it thinks it came from Soul Silver, but it does come from the Johto region. That is amazing. Ah, I love that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I know I could have done this part. I have a capture card for the Switch. I could have done this part on there. But, yeah, this was fun.